Ready for your next performer. This guy, he just had the privilege of opening up for Jim Gaffigan in New York City. Please clap your hands, everybody. It's Greg Capra.
Come on for your host, everybody. Whoa. Yes, love it. All right. My pants are wet. Looks like I swam here. No big deal. This is going to be fun. Big couple weeks for me, just turned 30. Just turned 30 years old. Yeah, still dressed like this, so that's cool. Still dressed like I'm trying to become a character in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Do it. I'm trying to be like fancier in my 30s. I started drinking wine now. That's what I've started doing. Wine is no one tells men about wine, but wine drunk is the best kind of drunk that there is. It is, right? Because beer will make you like yell at your friends. Wine just makes you like whisper about love languages. Right? Like, you'll never catch me at a party doing a keg stand anymore, but you will see me in the corner with a glass of Chardonnay going like, I'm actually words of affirmation. Tell me I'm perfect right now. Do it. White wine is insane. White wine makes me feel like I want to divorce a husband I don't have yet. Anyone else have that? I feel like I have secrets and I want to start a podcast. It's crazy. I learned at 30 years old that I'm not very cultured. That's not fun to learn. I've been using the word prima donna wrong in conversation. Prima donna is another word for like diva. But I thought it meant the time before Madonna. For years, I just thought that's how we talked about time as a society. I was like, it makes sense. I didn't know who I was before Madonna. How could anyone, you know? Can you imagine being in a conversation with me and hearing me say that with just so much confidence? Being like, Greg, Thomas Jefferson, when was he president? And I'm like, well, he's old, so I don't think he was before Christ, but I'm pretty sure he was a prima donna. No, Bill Clinton was more recent. I don't think he was a prima donna, but he might have been a Post Malone. Listen, I'll be honest with you. I live in North Carolina. I moved there about a year and a half ago, and I did not know when I moved there that they were gonna soon after ban porn. It's not a thing you know to check for, you know. I didn't even realize you could just take it away. Like, I thought porn was like the most democratic thing we had. I thought it was like for the people, by the people. I just woke up one day and all my friends were like, yeah, we're all using our imagination now. Get used to it. Now what happens in North Carolina when you go to a porn site, okay? Here's what happens. It doesn't matter what porn site you go to, the same lady pops up on screen. I don't know what her role is. I don't know if she's like the CEO of porn, but I see her every day. And she pops up, she goes, hey, you can't see this anymore. That's a bummer for you. But if that makes you upset, just go ahead and call your senator. And I'm looking at her like, now? Who do you think I am, Louis C.K.? I can't make a phone call right now. What am I supposed to say if my senator picks up the phone? Hey, Barbara, how's it going? What are you working on? Climate change? No, this is more important. You got a second for me to talk to you about why I'm losing this erection, Barbara? No re-election without erection. It's also banned here, I checked earlier, so... They didn't like ban it, but they made it pretty hard to get to. We don't appreciate that in the porn community. We don't appreciate it. They passed a new law, you gotta like give them personal information now. And I'll be honest, when I saw that, I got upset. And that's the first time I've ever been political in my entire life. Like when Facebook wanted all of our data, I said nothing. But then the moment Pornhub was like, how old are you? I was like, data privacy is a human right. Don't you dare ask me if I'm 18, that's offensive. It's a new year. I tried to join a gym, join a little local mom and pop gym in my community. This is my best joke. Not a big deal. That's cool. All right, give me this chair. No, have a good time. We're timing it though, just to be honest. I'm starting a stopwatch right now. Should we see how long it takes? All right, here we go. Stopwatch. They make it too easy on the iPhone. All right, we're starting. Let's see how long. Okay. All right, this is this big gym joke, and he just walks out. It's like, I didn't want to hear any of this gym propaganda shit. Joined a little local mom and pop gym in my neighborhood called Planet Fitness. And you guys know it, that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you don't know the business model of Planet Fitness, I'll tell it to you right now. You pay $10 a month, and in return, you can take a shit at any of their locations. Pretty good deal. Didn't realize you could work out there. Didn't realize it was mostly shit shower, and then it turns out they have weights. You can do that too. The irony of Planet Fitness, like you go there to like better yourself, right? To improve yourself. And then you go to Planet Fitness, and you see the people around you. And you're like, oh, I guess I'm crushing it already. I could be their leader. The first day I was there, it was like 7 a.m. and I saw a guy take a swig of Jameson in the bathroom. Yeah, and I was like, what is that? And he was like, it's pre-workout, don't ask questions. And then that same guy in jeans went on the treadmill. It's amazing. Amazing society we live in. It's phenomenal. I moved to North Carolina, and I did not know I was going to get like an Amber Alert text every week there. Didn't realize it was that easy to steal the kid. I don't know, like a hot market? I don't get it. You ever get an Amber Alert text, then get jealous of the guy's car? Right? Like, how am I doing worse than a fugitive, you know? It doesn't feel nice at all. I got one recently, I looked at it, my phone, it said 2024 Lexus LS. I almost threw my phone across the room. That's a Motor Trend car of the year. Is he making car payments on the run? Like, how do you even do that? I've never committed a crime in my whole life. I barely have airbags, okay? That car has all the safety features. That kid is fine. I'm not calling in shit. That kid went from a broken home to a best-in-class vehicle. That's an upgrade. Sounds pretty good to me. Should we check the time, see where we're at? Just to check out. All right, we're at 2:30. Oh, he's back! All right, there we go.
You missed the best joke.
Was you go get a drink or were you in the bathroom? Both? Oh, shit. You did both in 2:30? This man's an Olympian. That's crazy. I thought I was going to call him out for being a lazy piece of shit. Turns out he's actually hustling back there. He was like, give me a drink. I gotta go. This guy's telling a great show. Planet Fitness. I've never been there, but I want to go. Here we go. This is actually my dad. Thanks for coming out. I work from home, which is like the dumbest shit I've ever said in my life. I'll be honest, I complain about work, and I shouldn't. Because I have like the easiest job in the world. I just like send emails, I'm on like Zoom calls. Every time I complain about work, I can just hear my dead grandfather calling me a bitch. You know? He's like, oh, you have Zoom fatigue? My work gave me dysentery, okay? I was covered in dirt at the end of the day. You don't even have pants on right now. So then you quit being a tampon and go DoorDash Pad Thai with the rest of your libtard friends, okay? Everyone at work is using those like Zoom backgrounds. You guys know Zoom backgrounds? Right? It's where... Alright. We okay? Did we just have like a minor stroke back there? Or just got back from Planet Fitness? Alright. Everyone has those Zoom backgrounds. I feel like, it's like instead of showing people your dog shit life, you're just like on a beach in Aruba, right? That's a really cool thing. I used to think that it was kind of sad having those, right? Because you're like pretending to be someplace else, like your life is so bad. But then I realized I think the alternative is actually way worse. Like, I think it's way more depressing to be like irate about sales targets while clearly living in a studio apartment. It's like, this is what makes you irate, Diane? You're 58 and live with a parrot, okay? Whereas if we clearly see you spiraling, this is your third night in a row microwaving a baked potato. We can all see that. You still have pictures from college up in your place? What does it say? Okay, we didn't like that new job. All right. I had a physical this week. I haven't had a physical in like 3 years. I don't know how often you're supposed to get one, but I'm pretty sure it's not that. And my doctor was like 24 years old, which I feel like should be illegal, right? He was like TikToking in between. I was like, all right, this is like really... It's like my EHR is on there? That's where my medical records? I'll be honest with you, my dick is never smaller than when I'm at a doctor's office. I'll be honest. Right? Can you, right? Right. It's white walls, there's needles everywhere. The vibes are off, right? Sydney Sweeney could be my doctor, I'd still be in half-mast, okay? It's a dangerous environment. My dick's like a French soldier. It retreats whenever it sees danger, okay? They sit you down on that, like the construction paper, right? Like you're sitting on some kid's art project or whatever. And then you're always like staring across on the wall from just like a horrific image of like an STD. And my dick is out. Like, yeah, clearly my dick is inside of me right now. I'm face to face with its kryptonite. If those images are the Nazis, my dick is Anne Frank and she's going back in the attic. Jim Gaffigan didn't love that joke. You know what here's my fear. I'm just afraid that like the doctor is going to get an incorrect assessment of how things are going down there. My worst fear is at the end of the appointment, she's like, all right, Greg, your check-in was pretty good. You're 75th percentile in height, pretty good, keep that up. All right, you're 55th percentile in weight, we'd like to see that, all right. And you're 12th percentile in dick size. All right, thanks for coming in, appreciate you. What was that last part? You have to tell me, it's HIPAA. I was raised Catholic. Anyone here raised Catholic? Got some Catholics? Yeah, are we still Catholic? We're still Catholic? Who hurt you? Why? You were like, I'm going to choose to give $10,000 a year to this pope? Okay, all right, she's like super into it. All right. I gotta be honest, that's a very rare reaction from us. Catholicism, pretty bad turnover rate. I don't know if you guys have heard. Pretty bad. Worse than like Defense Against the Dark Arts professors. And like MBA head coaches. It's pretty bad. It's, it's growing up Catholic, they kind of just like, you don't learn about anything related to like actual like becoming an adult, like sex, masturbation. They just like assume it doesn't exist. You just gotta figure it out on your own. There's a lot of shame around it. I had a friend, he came up to me once in middle school and he was like, I jacked off to the thought of my science teacher and I feel a lot of shame about it. Am I going to hell? And I was like, dude, I don't know, but you probably will when they find out you're homeschooled. Diabolical! That guy's now a preacher, which is even funnier to me. I love it. I'm in a relationship. I feel like everyone said that tonight, but I am too. And not just for this joke, but in real life. And we're not married, we just moved in together, so we are going to hell. Pretty excited about it. Women, I've learned so much about you by living with one. Here's one thing I've learned. Women, y'all have so much hair. So much hair. It gets everywhere in the house, right? Dude, the shower is a war zone. I don't know what you guys do in there. Do you guys just like shed all of your hair and then grow back immediately? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. My girl does this thing, and I'm guessing some of you do it too, where like, she'll take the hair that falls in the shower and then stick it to the wall of the shower. You do this? I don't know if you think this is helping, but it looks like a hamster hung itself on the side of my shower. And sometimes, for a reason I've never figured out, she'll twirl it in a spiral. Is that like a zodiac sign or something? I don't know what it is. came in one day and I asked her, I was like, why are you doing that? And she was like, oh, well, I'm rushed for time right now. This isn't an everything shower. I'm just reminding myself to get rid of it later. Get rid of it later? Can you imagine if I took a shit and then put it on the wall? Oh, you thought I was doing an everything shit. I don't have enough time for it. I'm gonna get rid of it later. I got some big plans right now. I gotta go on www.pornhub.gov. You ever go on pornhub.gov? Ever jack off to a Kamala Harris speech? What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? We have like an agreement in our relationship where like, you know, we live together. She's the one that cleans and I'm the one that cooks. And that's the agreement we've worked out in our household and we're happy with it. And, you know, when I go away to do stand-up, I'll call her and I'll be like, hey babe, how you living? What have you been eating? I've never seen her cook in her entire life. So I have no idea what she eats when I'm away. And this is what she said to me recently. She was like, oh, you know me, I'm just having girl dinner. And I was like, I don't know what that means. And she was like, well, like tonight I had like a pickle and a Slim Jim. I didn't realize I was dating a stray cat. That's cool. A pickle and a Slim Jim? Where'd you even find that? The bleachers of a Little League game? She was like, it's meat and vegetables. What? I didn't realize this is a thing. Girl dinner is a thing, right? It's when like you're too tired to make like a regular meal, so you just like assemble groups of snacks that have never talked to each other in their entire life, right? And then it's like the saddest version of Lunchables you've ever seen. And then somehow, all together, 2 + 2 = 5, and then now you have a complete meal. I didn't realize this was all it took to feed her. I've been in the kitchen stressed, like it's an episode of The Bear every night, just whipping up. I didn't realize I could just like toss her a bag of corn nuts and a Jolly Rancher, and she'd be good through winter. I've been shopping at Whole Foods. I could have just gone to Sheets. Way easier. You know what's funny? I'm still timing your shit, which I didn't realize I was still timing. Did you shit or pee? Because that was, if that's shit, you should be in the Olympics. Because that was clear. Okay. Number one. Okay. Yeah. I didn't think there was another option, so I appreciate it. He was like, I did actually number 6. Recently, we haven't been sleeping very much in our house. She's been having this like recurring dream at night where apparently in it, I cheat on her. That's fun. Yeah, it's hard to come back from at 3:30 in the morning. Which is the right time to talk about it, in case you're wondering. That's when all the Instagram therapists say to talk about it, so that's when we talk about it. I'll try and be supportive. I'll be like, all right, where do you think that comes from? What do you think that means? And this is what she said. She's like, well, I just think that means you're cheating on me in other universes. And I thought about it for a while, and I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Listen, if parallel universes exist, okay, and I'm not cheating on you in this current universe, then there must be a parallel universe where I am cheating on you. That's just science. And she was like, am I supposed to find that funny? And I was like, well, in the parallel universe, you did find that funny. Judging by your tone, I'm guessing it's not this one. I don't know. Sex is a weird thing to talk about, just in general. I had a really weird sex education experience growing up. I don't know when you guys had sex ed. We had it in like early high school. Our school didn't do it right. We didn't have like a dedicated sex ed teacher. They just made like our science teacher do it. They were like, Miss Johnson has a lower back tattoo. She probably knows some things. Get her up there. And Miss Johnson was not equipped to teach sex ed. This is what Miss Johnson did day one of sex ed, and I promise you this is true, okay? Day one of sex ed, she wheels in a TV and shows us a video of a woman giving birth. Crazy, right? Also, not how you learn about sex. That's like learning how to drive by watching a car accident. It's like, yeah, I get it, but I think there are some things before this. I was 11 years old. I wasn't ready to see that. I was like, my whole world is like Legos and T-ball. I wasn't ready to go 0 to vagina like that. I was like, is this the dark web? I'm pretty sure I know how to watch this. My parents made me go in the other room when Janet Jackson's titty popped out. I think this is worse. The crazy part is like, that video ended and then we had recess like immediately afterwards. Which is an insane transition, right? Like, I got some questions, right? All my friends were like, all right, we're gonna go to the swing set. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the liquor store. Get a pack of cigarettes and a drinking proper. I came home from school that day, I couldn't even look my mom in the eye. She was like, how was school? I was like, you disgust me. I can't believe the kind of filth that's going on around here. Hey, my name's Greg Capper, thank you so much. Appreciate it.